Comfort, context, and content. We're going to cover the first two in more depth, and the next one will be the next video. What are those things? And I want you to specifically pay attention to the order of those things. So comfort is about disengaging the reptilian brain. Here's what we're talking about. If you used your hand up here, the reptilian brain could be a metaphor, this wrist could be a metaphor for the reptilian brain. We don't want people to fight or flight in your meeting. So providing comfort will help do that. The next thing in this order is to engage the limbic brain. And how do we do that? We do that by providing context and providing some other things that you'll see. It's about putting people into a positive emotional state. Finally, you can get to content where you keep both the limbic brain and the neocortex engaged, and that's what you want to do. Do not engage that reptilian brain. What influences comfort? I'd say 5 things, but these are the easy things. There are many things that influence comfort. Temperature, you don't want people to really be cold or too hot. It's distracting. They'll go into the reptilian brain. You want the room to be attractive. Is your room full of clutter from previous meetings? Get rid of it. Make it neat. Put some color in there. Hunger and thirst. Provide water at the very least. That's going to keep all the neurons firing properly. And if it's a time of day where you can't avoid it, people are going to be hungry. Bring in some protein bars or whatever makes sense for your culture. Time of day. Well, maybe you don't want to schedule it very first thing in the morning because people might be late from traffic. Maybe they just need to catch up on things that have come in overnight. And at the end of the day, again, people will have left the meeting mentally because they need to get home to look after important things in their lives. Finally, welcome. Hello, Jose, ¿cómo estás? Or Suzanne, ¿cómo allez-vous? You know, you can use their language. Just make people feel really welcome when you come in. The room setup is really important. We talked about the space, but here you can see this is kind of a sterile classroom-like looking setting, and your room could feel very plain and colorless. Maybe it doesn't have natural lighting. Can you bring in extra light? Can you bring in some cloths? Can you bring in a sticky wall like this? We'll learn more about that. Can you bring in toys like this? Or just things to fiddle with that make people feel happy and engage both. Well, engage the limbic brain in particular for that positive emotional state. Context is the next thing. Remember, we said it's the second thing after comfort. So context is really about making sure that people know the answers to these questions. Why are you having your meeting? What is the purpose of it? Where is it? What is it? What topics will you cover? When will you hold it? Try and keep to your time. Stay on time. Who will be there? Who will present? And how? What are the different techniques and activities you'll use? People kind of enjoy that you vary your meetings up a little bit. So 4 things to set context. We are going to do, you're going to set your objectives. You're going to share what we're going to do. You're going to say how long and who will do it. Do that at the beginning of your meeting, and those other things we talked about in the previous slide, maybe do that in advance. In our next video, we're going to talk about the 5 ways to help people engage with the third thing, content. So be poised for that next video, or take a break right now and see what you can do to think about how have I really paid attention to comfort and context.